We're live. Woo. I love being live. I love being alive. Couldn't imagine doing anything other than living. At work the other day, I had a theological discussion with a workmate who's Catholic, and he asked me, "You don't believe in no God or nothing. So what's like the purpose of things?" And I'm like, it's not that complicated. Just we're here, make the most of it. What I couldn't imagine being anything else but alive. Seems like a lot of energy and time and effort has been put into this whole human civilization thing. Just kind of feels like it would be a shame if that just wasn't happening. 3 days of fucking he's here already. Fucking jump scare. Oh god. I, how is he here already? I t- it's oh god. Oh god. Okay. All right, it's fine. How's the sound? Alright, it's fine. How's the sound? Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Just gonna put the stream in. We 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 being dead. We being dead. Dead stream, but not dead. Dead. You get it? Well, like the flub is not dead. That's the thing I put on Discord. I There we go. Okay. YouTube notifies members so I can be here real quick. True. True. It's just funny that you were here like before I opened the chat. That's just the Well, you won't have to tolerate the ears for very long because the headphones are going on right now. Oh yeah. And we're going to just continue where we were yesterday, which is I got to this point. I'm actually putting in visuals and stuff. Whoa. Amazing. Yes, so excited for that.
Monster.
Has of audio volumes.
The precursors?
Yeah.
Who were they?
Yeah.
We called ourselves the Veiled
That'll do.
Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost.
Hello. Rem. No. Rem. M. Bet. Remembet me. Yes.
An ancient transsentient species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient, beyond our measure.
Older than
Alright, so putting in visuals and stuff, experimenting with what does and does not work.
Who were they?
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Who were they?
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Probably want to. We're just working it out bit by bit. What things go where, what things work, what things don't.
light.
Ancient, beyond our measure.
Older than
Okay. So, what if... Okay, what if... Oh, that reminds me, I should probably... Yeah, I should probably... Just gotta make that full screen and stuff. Yeah, full screen. How'd it look? Yeah, that works for me. That looks pretty good. Visuals nice, yeah. Sorry, give me a sec to read your earlier message about the Yep. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Uh,
But also for forerunners.
older than the light,
Ancient.
I feel like, okay, maybe that's it's a bit of a sudden change. Little thing here, talking about ancient for forerunners, ancient for humans. I thought it'd be cool if you got, hey, look, it's a picture of ancient
Ancient
humans,
for humans.
from Halo Legends, and
But also for forerunners.
also forerunners, sort of in a similar thing, contrast between the two, but you've got a similar sort of shot. Seems neat.
Ancient for humans. But also for forerunners.
older
What? OBS Studio is disconnected. Huh? It's reconnecting, right? It's not having a problem, is it? Okay, reconnected apparently. Sound off if something something isn't right.
So for forerunners.
older than
No, it's that thing it always does.
But also for forerunners.
older than the light,
Yeah, that works a bit better.
But also for forerunners.
older than the light,
Runners.
older than the light,
Yeah, that looks good to me.
and the light,
Ancient. Beyond.
and the light,
Ancient. Beyond our measure.
Mm-hmm.
older than the light,
Ancient. Beyond our measure. Our measure. Beyond our measure.
older than this rock,
All right, just working at little timings, just doing little things one at a time. I have returned from. You better hope I don't blackmail you one day. What? That I'm a what? What? I'm a freak or whatever. I'm not gonna think too hard about that one. I don't see what the big prize. I don't see what the material you have is on me. I don't think you got it. I don't think you could.
Ancient for humans. But also for forerunners.
older than the light,
Ancient. Beyond our measure. Ancient. Beyond our measure.
older than this rock,
Those.
Okay.
But also for forerunners.
older than the light,
Ancient. Beyond our measure.
All right, a bit more. Probably.
older than the
You can't kill me. You can't blackmail me.
But-
That's not possible.
But also for forerunners.
older than the light,
Ancient. Beyond our measure. Ancient. Beyond our measure.
older than this rock,
Those who.
Is that an audio quirk?
Runners.
older than the light,
Ancient.
What?
Ancient. Ancient.
and the light,
Ancient.
Hmm?
older than the light,
Is it one of these? Is it this? Oh. It's this down here. That's weird. That shouldn't be the case. Well, I forget how to deal with that exact problem at this moment, so I'm gonna hold off on doing that until later because that's easier to do in like audio processing, and I don't really want to stream doing that because that's much more trial and error. Oh, children gooners. Man, with audience of children, My audience are not children. They're like older teenagers and like 20 somethings who are nostalgic for Halo. That's my audience. I've seen the stats. Um, I'm firmly in the 18 to 30-year-olds. Or I could tell your mother. Or GF maybe. My GF wouldn't be bothered. She wouldn't blink an eye. You can't get me. Nah.
Powerful. Ancient for humans, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Also, I don't bring up these things out off the cap without being prompted by you on stream. Just saying.
Ancient beyond our measure.
This probably looks really bad as an archive. I'm good. God, this could. Someone could. No, I'm just gonna firm it. I don't care. I don't care about your optics. To all future people that try and get me, I don't give a shit. That's the way it be.
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath. And
Is that another issue? I swear these appear just random. Complete random.
Older than this rock.
those who gave
Why is that there?
Measure.
Older than this rock.
those who gave
That
you
wasn't there before. Why is it appearing now?
breath and shape and form.
Okay, that was a clip I was thinking about using. Didn't. So was that.
Measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older.
Let's go back to the beginning again.
It's very old.
It'd be really funny if my manager at work watches this part of the stream. My manager at work is a very funny man. He's also head of HR and playfully harasses everyone and jokes that he's the head of HR. So what you gonna do? Which is an interesting work environment. But he will without my consent pick me up because he's like 6'4" and just put me in a different room because he can. And it's funny, but it's also like, put me down, Freddy. Yeah.
The monster.
The precursors? Who were they?
We called out.
This is your mom. I should tell. Or your boss. My boss would probably just be My boss thinks that I'm an enigma and that my emotion and my moods are literally impossible to work out. He doesn't understand how I function or how I can function in society. And he's genuinely surprised when I tell him like something like in a straightforward like please stop doing this, because he can everyone else he can work out when like the line is for where too far is, but he can't work it out with me because of the way I express myself somehow. Which I don't know how to feel about that.
The precursors? Who were they?
We called ourselves the.
I don't work in an office, I work in a spooky escape room.
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
An ancient transcendent species long since gone.
Okay, I feel like this thing here is worthy of another image of the precursors, of a precursor. Another image of a precursor. Also, I had the thought that
On from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient.
Older than this rock.
And form.
Older than your god.
Those who created us. Creators of all life.
wait a minute. There's a thing missing here. Where did it go? Was it here a minute ago? Did I move it? What's...
Older than your god.
This was here before.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very
I don't know if anyone knows how you can function in society. Very odd. Watching this stream is like going to a zoo for me. Odd creature in its natural habitat. Well, the odd creature is thinking, when did I accidentally delete this? What did I do?
And form.
Older than your god.
Okay, I can find out. I can find out which one it was though. And I can put it back in. Loading up the last stream. There it is. Come on. Come on. Put it over there. Come on. Huh? Yeah, that was there a minute ago. Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Those who gave you.
Wait, that wasn't it either. No, keep going. Alright, okay, fine. That's the one. That's the one at least. At the last stream, my roommates didn't know what to think when she walked in on that. What do you mean the last stream? What, me editing? What's she gonna make of this stream? You sending me these strange messages. I've got to go find. I don't want to find that at the moment. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go find it real quick. We're gonna go find it in the files. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up the files. I'm gonna go do. Where did I put it? No, I'll remember. Audio, yes. Audio. Flood edit. Maybe part of this one. Okay.
world as soon as it was arranged. The warrior to find his body in that.
Okay.
It's the flood.
I had an ever-changing ringside view of what Forerunners do when their anger and fear takes charge. More incidents in the outer reaches. 12 systems lost in the last 300 years. A Metarch-level answer was assigned to the testbed device.
15 minutes to find it.
I think. And the captive it held was released. From the precursors, I asked? Who were they?
Okay, we're just gonna put this. Gonna put this over here. Yep. Gonna put this over here. Yep.
And was he in there?
No. I'm gonna go in and find it again because I lost it somehow. Has the files. Is he in them? No, I'm not in the files. I was like not of age when not even of age of like being on the internet like majorly when the files were a thing, when the files were actually going and filing people.
A view of what Forerunners do when their anger and fear takes charge. More incidents in the outer reaches. 12 systems logs assigned to the TED device Sector Core both went missing after the action against used in such a way, tuned so broadly and without safeguard final defense but punishments. A cage built by precursors, maintained and strengthened by humans before our destroy those protections, I think. And the captive it held was released. From the precursors, I asked? Who were they? Ancient masters, I said, before the Forerunners. Maybe very old. As the What is blood? She asked abruptly, her instincts sharp. Blood. What is the flood? She asked abruptly. Her instincts. I certainly don't. I shook my head. Frightful stories concocted for political gain and... What is a halo? It was my mother who... She removed herself from his grasp and stood apart. My father said, in the name of the mantle and all I honor, unleashed it. What did they keep here? I asked, standing close to the didact, like a child cleaving to his own father for protection. So long it was it. Poor council, but compared to a matter of level and Scylla, we have... The Promethean said, it has returned in such force, before we will destroy everything that ends. This is to be our last defense.
What did your roommate say? Like, why are you watching another editor edit? Or was it because of the specific things I was saying?
All previous... What will remain? Even went to war with humans, they were fighting another foe, a most hideous spirit of which we still knew very little. I looked inward. The flood, I said. This much knowledge was open to me. Images incomplete. That was their name for it. While they fought us, they defeated that other enemy and pushed it beyond the edge of the galaxy. An epic battle. We did not know of their victory until we defeated them. We had to fight the flood should it return. It's a halo, my sister asked. It's a giant ring, I said. A horrible weapon that destroys all life. Enough about kind. Asked. I protect all I require service. Why come to me? The Metarchy can serve you. Surely I am contender. I am above in latent control of all systems in the capital should an emergency arise. Wisdom silent until now. Suddenly took control of my speech, my thoughts, and shunted me aside. Mendicant Bias. Hey, that is the name I gave you when last week. I have a new master. You are dangerous to... I can revoke your key and shut you down. I am the Arky. Behind theoretical, perhaps, but terrible nonetheless. Kildamus Senior Promethean needs to question them about Jadam Hakor. Now was the confirmer's turn to lose all the color in his face. He slowly lowered the glass. The jealous one. Precursors felt the mantle extended to the entire universe, energy and matter as well as living creatures. Some say the universe lives, but not as we do. Some say it is the policy of the new council that no Forerunner shall remain ignorant of the peril.
No, copy strike. Then straight up playing an audiobook on stream. Wearing head. Some of the things said she thought were odd. It's always interesting to understand how you're actually perceived. It feels like such an enigma to me in my daily life. Also a fascination, which probably comes from a certain vanity. The same reason why someone would be obsessed with their own appearance, because they want to be perceived as this, as that. I'm not as prescriptive as regarding how I want to be perceived, but I do want to know.
Face and have faced for 300 years.
And I want people to be talking about how they perceive me, in a way. Which is part of the reason I want to be an actor, I suppose. Or a writer, or anything. Just that would do something for me. Which isn't necessarily a particularly positive trait, but it is me.
Outside the boundaries of our galaxy, intruding through the outer reaches of the spiral arm, which contains our glorious Orion cluster of Doremes that have been designed and to predict situation, death, destruction, massive. That were the shadows of forgottens. Fair fight. With the flood ravaging human systems on one side and the tide pushing them. The Didact felt this acutely. And excess of depravities. The flood first arrived at Hellenic cloud. Its origin was unknown. Its first effects upon human city were seen on ancient starships, clumsy in design, little of interest, but millions of glassy cylinders, humans on uninhabited and inhabited worlds alike. The cylinders were carefully examined, using the most stringent cautions, and their powdery contents were empty, short, inert, organic. No respect of the long-term effects of the powder, while at the same time improving their behaviors. Blood, first as a peculiar growth, seemed to activate some timer, a signal for expense. Infestation and to manifest the growths. Thirded, limbs, tissue, could also spread infection. And other animal species. Human took them, many forerunners, and most of them, however it might be, all life that threat has propelled at Jadam Hakor horror across its first. Shield across its face, turned, and the research has changed drastically. And did my design of Forerunner defenses against the flood. And now the contender has returned and assumed control.
Well, now I find you quite odd, but entertaining to watch while I edit. Fair enough. Even though having both edit audios playing messes with the process a bit, I can imagine.
Of as many installations as it could command, only to direct their power against the capital itself. It's why. Is the captive part of the flood? Does the flood now control many something intended damage? Shield world. Close. For in the dark, on the beach, not glow. From across many skies, they shape for eating in permanent place in the mantle.
Precursors were powerful. They drew lines across many skies. Some say that long ago, they shaped Forerunner.
There we go.
Some say that long ago, they shaped Forerunners in their image.
There we go. It just occurs to me there was a much easier way to do that. Whatever. Wonder when I deleted it by accident.
Then your
and form.
older. Older than your god.
Some say that long ago they shaped forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all.
Yeah, fixed. Amazing. I think the audio balance is all off though. Okay. It is not my responsibility if your mother is seeing a glimpse of your DMs. It is not my problem. Also, wait, wait, did your whole family move to America? I thought it was just you moving to America. You will get a Jameson edit. Let me finish this one first. Let me decide what I'll do after that. Jesus. What did she see? What part of what thing? Don't say it too explicitly. What did she see? The DMs. She saw the DMs like it's some terrible
Our
thing.
measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath. Those who gave you breath. And shape. And form.
Older than your god.
Some say that long ago.
Okay.
And form.
Older than your god.
Okay, older than your god has to be covenant imagery. But what's the ideal covenant imagery? There's a few choices. There's the point in Halo 3 where the Prophet of Truth raises his arms and the camera moves through them and the first Halo activates. And it's probably something in the H2A terminals. I can work this out. It's already open. Show us something else. Okay, that's just you have okay. I'd say what it was, but not ruin your online reputation. It's bad. Help this man. It's not that bad. Jesus. I set the images to spoiler. Why was it just appearing? It's a real question. What are people going to make of this conversation? I'm just going to remind myself of the things. Just going to remind myself of the things. What things am I working with? I'm inclined to say that it should either be something here Or something from that thing from Halo 3 I'm thinking of. One of the two. Or I'm having a little brainwave. Rookie mistake to have the last thing you open on your phone be something you don't want showing. Also rookie mistake to be opening your phone facing them and not like close to your chest. You know, like I'm just used to that at this point. Oopsie. Apologies though for dobbing you in with your mom. That was not my intention. Not my intention. I meant it was a message about the idea for fanfic. What? How did she read the? How did she? No, you're joking. You're joking. You're joking. You're doing your jokester. That. Why would? Why would she read the? That story doesn't make sense. You open the thing. Why would she? Why would she then read the whole thing? The thing I sent you wasn't even that detailed. Or are you trying to make me like reveal? Are you trying to bait me into revealing things to the general audience? Is that what you're doing? Maybe it's a joke. Who knows? The sheer the sheer insanity of saying it's bad, man, knowing that he's just as bad, man. Decisions. Is this wait? How do I can never. Is this no music? This is the one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What did she actually see? I assume it would just be an image, right? Because that's the thing that would make you think, Or is the whole thing a joke? Did your mother not actually see anything? Is that the joke we're doing?
Be strong.
Yeah, this is okay. So it could be this. That's a contender. It could also be something about really show off why it takes so long to make these things. Because I'm gonna be thinking all about this and that and stuff. Ah, okay. You're trying to bait me into revealing things. Not today! You've partially succeeded, but not today! It was picture free. Mm-hmm. Ah. Right. Okay. I see. I see why that would be a problem. But I still blame you. Hey, she's, you know, she's probably aware. She's probably aware that people have interests and that it's no big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal. That's how it be. There's another option for older than your god, but I want to vary it up. Oh, here's one. Okay, right. Here's an idea. I'm sure she's a reasonable lady that doesn't judge you at all. Not my fault. The image was on spoiler. I don't know why you were looking at it before. In that moment. You will get a Jameson edit eventually. I just can't promise it to you soon. Interest, but not. That's not how she'd put it, probably. Do you think she's talking about it with her own little circle of friends? My son opened his phone to show me a thing, and it showed that, and I don't know how to feel about it. Is my son becoming one of them bad folk? There we go. This is the shot. That's the one. I'm confident this right here is the correct shot for this moment.
The sacred rings. Halo.
I don't know your mom actually. I couldn't really specify. Oh, she's a talkative type, right? Well, my mother is blissfully unaware of such things, and she is not going to watch this stream. So, we're all good. Unless you use your detective skills to find her and make her aware of these things, even if you did, she probably wouldn't give a shit. She'd have an initial moment of shock, and then be like, nah.
Were powerful things for humans, but also for warriors.
Older than the light.
Ancients beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older.
And shape and form.
Older.
Okay, so this.
And form.
Older than your god. Older.
Okay, so that's a good beginning for the clip.
Older than your god.
Some say that this.
So this little clip here, this is
Older than your god.
Some say
also I should adjust that whilst I'm at it. There we go.
Older than your god.
Some say,
Can I make it a longer?
Your god.
some say that
God.
some
Older than your god.
some say that
Yeah, okay, so I put that there for later. Breath and shape and form. I've got ideas for those. Right, but I wanna compare that to later sections because I don't want to use the imagery too quickly. I dare you to. What do you mean the relevant clip of this stream? Like the stuff where I said my mom was blissfully unaware. I'm not doing that for $2. Do you know how many things I don't talk about with my mother? I love my mother. She's great. She did a bang up job, all things considered. She has been militantly in the corner since the day I was born. There are a great many things I will never bring up with her until the day she dies, because she doesn't need that in her life. And though it might cause me some discomfort to pursue this line of behavior, it's worth it because it just makes life easier. This would be on the lower end of this spectrum, but it would still be there. I could probably tolerate it. You know, there's like stuff higher, like my dad. Don't bring him up. At least don't bring him up in certain ways, and a few other things too that also relate to my dad. But that's not important.
some say that long ago
We announced to your kind long ago that we're not the chosen.
go
We announced to
Oh, that's where it went.
your kind long ago that you were not the chosen ones to receive the mantle. The blessing of rule and protection of life and change that takes. The decision by that blessing was to be given to others. Humans will.
Wait, what? Did something get moved around?
some say that long ago they shaped forerunners in their image. Some say that long ago they shaped forerunners in their image.
They made forerunners.
That's where it went.
They made humans. We are creatures of precursor law, down to the very chains of molecules within us.
Inside and out.
They made thousands of other species.
This is very confusing.
They made thousands of other species. We announced to your kind long ago that you were not the chosen one.
Something got moved around and something was lost in the process, and now I've got to go find it
mantle,
again.
the blessing of rule and protection of life and change that.
I never knew him. It's fine. She did, though. That's the problem. Well, I came about as a result of it, so she figures it's a net positive. She could have done without the rest.
Of life and change that thinks. The decision is fine. That blessing was to be given to others. Humans will replace you. Of molecules within us.
Inside and out.
They made thousands of other species.
Ah. There we go.
They made thousands of other species and erased them when they felt the need. We announced to your kind long ago.
There we go. We are fixed. We are restored. And
we are creatures of precursor law, down to the very chains of molecules within us.
Inside and out.
They made thousands.
Okay.
Than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Okay, breath and shape and form. I've got a couple contenders for what breath and for a couple of those could be. Let's go find them. We don't need the audio for the moment. What's going on here? This is now I want things. Now. Now. Stop that. What did I do wrong? Source clip, source tape, source timeline, source clip. What's going on? Okay, all right. Wait, actually, what I want is in. That's in C. Oh boy, got a lot of edits in C. And that's in this one. Yeah, because there's a point where Guilty Spark is talking about the Pursed. And he has a flashback to being human, which is kind of blinking. You miss it within like these terminals. You don't quite take it in what he's saying unless you have the context or you're paying attention. Here's some stuff. I will get different clips about the watermark. Don't you worry. Very, very much sad. I'm really sorry. Also, my dad's my favorite person on earth. So take that. It's okay. I actually did meet him once, randomly, on the street while shopping with my mom when I was 10. Very weird experience. I don't remember anything he said. I was kind of uninterested at the time. They talked for a long time. Kind of derailed the whole like shopping day trip. Just approached us and said, "Do you know who I am?" Because I suppose he just saw us and thought, why not? Hadn't seen his kid in 10 years. For good reason. Because he was told not to see me. You are not to approach this boy. But he thought, hey, fate has transpired to put me like just across the street from them. So why not? What did they say to each other, I wonder? Anything of any consequence? Oh, there we go. CEA terminals did a fair amount of work, like teasing ultimately the Halo 4 terminals, actually. Makes me wish there were more Halo 4 terminals, but of course the Halo terminals, as I said before, you just look at them and you work out, no, these are about twice as intensive in terms of production value as the CEA ones, so it makes sense that you wouldn't have time. Plus they had to make them all in a fairly small time frame anyway. Certain things, I tell anyone these things. It's no biggie. No daddy gang. Big whoop. It is important to me. I recognize that it has had an effect on my life. It's just, it's hardly a unique set of affairs.
I was a part of many of those plans, long before I knew for certain that she was real. Before any of us were. A gas giant is in order. My impulse drives could certainly make the journey. A few hundred years of travel might systems such as myself losing operational focus.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older.
I need a clip from the Fall of Reach movie. Do I have the Fall of Reach movie here for some strange reason? I don't recall putting it in here. No. Certain things about me are an open book. Other things, you put them in their appropriate place. Just know the difference. Playing shuffle with my files right now before I can put it in there. Like I'm loading up on stuff. Oh, I just had another thought as well. Form could also equal.
But the Forerunners themselves were gone forever. This destruction, this conflagration, was their gift to you, and their sacrifice.
What made you want to be an actor, by the way? I bet that schooling isn't cheap. No, it isn't. For 3 years, it was £27,000, which, you know, student debts and all that. More, including living accommodations. What made me want to be an actor? The way my mother tells it is that early, when I was a little lad, I couldn't keep away from the stage in any instance where there was like an interactivity element of a show she took me to. I wanted to be on there. I didn't want to just be watching. I wanted to be involved somehow. That was her observation. Breath and form. No, that's not what I want. Okay, these should be, yeah. Why is it? Why would it only? Why would it only? That's strange. If I hypothetically... No, no. Why is... God, it's a whole new problem now. Why is that the way it is? Strange.
Half of the plan.
Very strange. Very strange. But for the moment, it's fine. How expensive was yours? Safe to say I'm gonna be in student debt. You know, I'm gonna experience that. You all do as well. Back to here.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath.
Our measure.
Older than this rock.
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock. Older than this rock.
Those
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those
Fair enough. Okay, so per year, mine was cheaper than yours, but I did pay more for my education. £27 for 3 years, 27 grand for 3 years. In retrospect, I feel like maybe I should have respected the money I was spending on it more. Not in the sense that I shouldn't have gone at all, but I should have been more steadfast in feeling that I was owed certain things based on the money I'd spent. Or like, because there was points every year where they'd ask, what would you like to be? What's your feedback? How do you feel about this? And I feel like my attitude regarding it was wasn't steadfast enough. I should have been harder on the whole thing. I want this, I want that, I think this is insufficient.
Those who gave you breath, and shape, and form.
Older than.
And form.
Older than your god.
Some say.
Than your god.
Some.
Your god.
Some say that long ago they shaped forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the mantle.
It knows us.
I can see their rules written in our genetic codes.
They made forerunners. They made humans.
We are creatures of precursor law, down to the very chains of molecules within us.
Inside.
I can see how this is going to play together. It's just going to take a while to put all the pieces and find all the pieces.
Our measure.
Older than this rock.
It's just going to take a little while. That's okay. We have a little time.
I was a part of many of those plans long before I knew you for certain.
And shape.
I wonder why the Halo 4 terminals are in 16:9, but the Halo CA and ones are in 4:3. Yeah. I wonder what the reason for that is.
Those who gave you breath.
That looks like a moving PNG. That doesn't have enough animation to like sell the idea that it's not just a moving PNG.
Runners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than
our measure. Ancient beyond our measure.
older than this rock. Older than this rock.
Those measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave. But also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape.
Okay, I'm just gonna buy myself what the options over here are. So we got that guy, 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 that guy. This guy is pretty cool for this.
Ancient.
This rock.
Those who gave.
This rock.
Those who gave.
Oh, it's buggering for a moment. We'll see. I had the opposite problem. They're sick with complaints, but I'm paying with them. But if I'm paying them, fair enough. I should have taken the thing more seriously, I suppose. You know, normally I'd have class right now, but the instructor just left before class and never came back, which is convenient. But why am I paying the school? Come on, that's a good question. I feel like my school promised certain things regarding what would be upheld and the values wherein. It's kind of not like ideological values, but like studying values. And they weren't held up to great. And the few times that they were, their like major, their actual like customer base, if you will, got all prissy about it, and they kind of retreated into their shells. Like they said, if you turn up to a lesson 15 minutes late, we will not let you in. And that sounds bad, but that's actually a good policy to have. Unless you have a really damn good reason for being late, you shouldn't be. Particularly because everyone's going to be living really close to the university anyway, or the college, drama college, equivalent of a university. Call the drama college. It's confusing, and it's crashing. But that was a lie. They never did that. The most that happened was that one fellow, one time, got chewed out a bit for being late on a particularly important lesson. And you want to know what he did? He fucking bitched about it. Every opportunity he got after that. He was like, that was so fucking traumatizing that I got like chewed out for being late to a class I was meant to be at, when part of the thing of this course is that as a person's values like statement, we're trying to give people discipline. That was part of the point, and that's like one of the few examples of actually being applied. And one of the major complaints was, could you change this? Because it's like, oh no, my mental health, it got all bad because this or that. I felt like I couldn't come to class after that because I didn't have a good relationship with the teacher because I had such a thing, and so that's why I missed more lessons after that. That's why I was late even more after that. I shouldn't be talking about him this way. He was like really he was like taller and fitter than me and had a black belt in karate, so he could probably like kick my face off. But you'd think someone who had the discipline to get a black belt in karate at a relatively young age would have the discipline to understand the notion of turning up on time. Yeah. Certainly felt like a bit of a lie. Bit of lying they were doing. Very mean of them.
form.
Older than your God.
Some say that they
It's a bit too quick.
And form.
Older than your God.
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath. Those who gave you breath.
This rock.
Those who gave you breath.
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who
Our measure.
Older than this rock. This rock.
Those
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath. Those who gave
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Rock.
Those who gave you breath. And those who gave you breath and shape.
Okay, yeah, we're... Okay, that kind of cooks there.
Breath and shape and form.
Older.
Okay. Alright, okay, so this one... And this one over here. We don't need the sound effects. Switching. Thoughts on Metal Gear? Metal Gear is one of those franchises that, though I have never played it, through watching watching streamers play it, a bunch of lore videos, and a few instances of just going like, you know what, I'll just watch the cutscenes of this thing because it's not quite within. It's not quite accessible to me at this moment. I have become a Metal Gear fan surely on the back of like the weird ass kind of genius lore it has. I have not played them. I plan to at some point, but I have not actually played them. It's probably one of my favorite instance of like a franchise going so non-linear with its like game timeline that if you number the instances of it, you come out to like, okay, which game is the first one you should play? Well, it should be the first one, right? No, it shouldn't. Actually, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th game you should play, or the 6th game, including the Ghost Babel spin-off title, which has only one element that is sort of canon to the and debatably this and that, etc., etc. It's also got a whole bunch of hilarious retcons, like conceptually, but overall it's got this really strong blend of campiness and like serious themes, and I have not played the game, but conceptually I have never heard of a game that has more like a more like emotionally disturbing collectible than the interrogation tapes in Ground Zeroes. Like, Jesus Christ. Those are so fucking... Ugh. That's how you make a villain really hateable. Jesus, that's how you make it like, oh God. That's so unbelievably like disturbing and sad. Well, series, after much thought, just in its intelligent narrative while still being humorous and fun. It does come across as pretty darn doesn't it? Do you have an opinion on do you have an opinion on I don't know, the new remake versus the original? Do you think the new remake loses something? Do you think it's like better to play the original. Do you think? What do you think? Or should I play the 3DS version? Should I play the 3DS version of Snake Eater? Is that the real way I'll play it? No. The pachinko machine. Yeah. Pachinko. Gambling. Let's go gambling. Yeah, and also sometimes incredibly dark. I don't think anything beats the darkness quite of the presentation of the beginning of MGS5 and certain other things. Like, to my knowledge, I don't think any other part of the MGS franchise, this is about the main game of MGS5, has like an attempted, has like a murder followed by attempted rape scene. That just doesn't cut away at any point, by the way. I mean, she doesn't actually die. She's like faking her own death and then whatever. And then like turning the tables, just like, fuck! Okay. Damn quiet. I guess this makes up for the fact that Hideo Kojima is like a shameless gooner. I know, a shameless gooner, and put in like quiet in like scantily clad outfit the entire time. Because like, damn, she's strong. He's like a feminist contradiction. He'll write all his female characters to be like strong and nuanced and independent, but not like overbearingly like girl bossy. Like really good ones, but also he'll like constantly be thirsting after them in the camera, with the only exception being Rose, who is generally considered one of the most hated, least likable characters in the whole franchise, and that includes the fucking villains. And that's the one one woman he tried to write as like a real woman. The one time he tried to write a real woman, the people didn't like it. That's so funny to me. I guess not worse, but meh. It's fine. So, would you consider the remake and the original to be interchangeable? From the actual visuals, I think I like the visual style of the original 3 versus the new one. Obviously, the new one has vastly superior fidelity. It's not even a joke. It's not even like funny how big the gap is. But something about the original, the way it's presented, and its use of its polygonal models, its less polygonal models, and the fact that the cut-ins of like the slideshow footage of this and that when they're talking about like the law and the Russians and the flashbacks with like the law dumps and the political drama, that kind of sticks out in the remake a bit more. It doesn't feel like it fits as well, like, in terms of like the style, because they're using the same ones from the original, but next to the graphics of the original, it feels like it all fits together fine. You know?
Ancient for humans, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and
beyond our measure.
Older than this rock. Older than this rock.
Those our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shit.
Anyway.
And shape.
Than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape. And shape. And shape.
What is your favorite Metal Gear game? theoretically, you could say one of the MXX games, so not just Metal Gear Solid. But it's like really, it's like it's probably one of my favorite edits of all time. It's so like it's just a really well balanced affair in terms of its presentation and its style, and the final section like gets me every time. It makes me think maybe I should be less like full on in terms of my use of stuff. Maybe because my style is very, I'm putting a lot in all the time.
Than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape. And form.
Older.
And form.
Older than your god.
Well, that works well. Yeah, that works.
Older than your god.
Some
And form.
Older than your god.
Some say
Okay. Alright, so I've got this gap over here I feel like I should fill.
the precursors? Who were they?
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
An ancient transsentient species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans.
Precursors were powerful. Precursors were powerful. What's the one for that? Oh, I missed that message. Is still to date my pick for the best written game of all time. No, it's Absolute Cinema. Bro, it's a pretty killer award for beating a game where it just plays you a whole fucking movie. A whole movie. 70 minutes of cutscene. Nothing's ever gonna beat it. I wonder what the budget for that was. Like that movie, I mean that game. Like how much of the budget was devoted to the cutscenes? Like the whole system. Like that's just a lot. I wonder if nah, they wouldn't. What about Metal Gear Solid 4 in particular would you say kind of places it above virtually every other video game? Is it the number of like moving pieces it's like juggling at the same time whilst getting it to work? Every time I think to myself, I miss the Wii all over again. Wait, did I miss something? You missed the Wii all over again? Nostalgia?
Long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older than your god.
Some say
Precursors were powerful. Let's go to the images. Let's go to the images. Damn, it just fits the frame now. Hmm. Oh, it crashed. I think it's something to do with the images. What? No, I pressed send. I said press send. Nothing. What? I don't want to send that. Whatever. Isn't the second place for the longest cutscene in a video game MGS3? It's pretty. Cool. It's pretty impressive to have like both of those. And then number 3 in that rankings is one of the Yakuza games, I want to say. I should probably get these over here. Huh. That's weird. Is it because you're like using political words to describe a game with a political plot? The lack of plot holes while still being fun to play, as well as every single character being well written. Also, the Senator Armstrong nanomachine. Armstrong's nanomachine booty. I can't think of any particular plot holes. It's fairly solid. It's kind of bold as well because it's like, damn, we're going to take all of these disparate like plot threads from 3 consecutive games that were all meant to be the last one when they were made, and so they like are continued in that way. And so it's like, okay, I've got all these open-ended elements that I've now got to fully wrap up in the course of one game, and I've got to combine them in a cohesive way, and I've got to develop them in this big way. I've got to reveal the things. I've got to bear all. Don't forget the MXS games. Them too. Got fucking Madnar getting mentioned. When was the last time Madnar got mentioned? And how are we going to do it? Well, we'll have a 30-minute scene at the end where Big Boss appears, he's alive, and he explains everything. Why not? Why not?
We called ourselves
petulant children.
Those who
themselves
were defined. The precursors? Who were they?
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
An ancient transcendent.
Oh, fucking. It's crashed again. I don't see why that wouldn't. If they were to continue the MGS series, as in making new games, what would you hope from it? No Kojima. We're assuming no Kojima. That he's never going to come back. That he'll just make his own MGS-esque series and continue in that way. Also, the most quotable game ever. I say in lines, the most random times. It's good as it is. It is good as it is. It is good as it is. It is as it is. I'm afraid they're going to inevitably do it though. Like, I don't know. They could announce, we're finally gonna do that spin-off about the boss, a first-person shooter set in World War II. Look, you get to see the Cobra unit be cool and stuff. Whoa.
Who were they?
We called ourselves.
They erased them when they felt the need.
We announced to your kind long ago that you were not the chosen ones to receive the mantle. The blessing of rule and protection.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the lost ones.
An ancient transsentient species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans, but also for Forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than...
Okay, alright. We're going to...
They felt the need.
We announced to your kind long ago that you were not the chosen ones to receive the mantle.
We called ourselves the Veiled One. We called ourselves the Veiled One. We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
I should probably... Oh, that's too much.
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient
Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
You did just remind me, yes, I want a boss game. She rocks, and I think she has a lot of unused potential. Does it make sense to say that she has the kind of good unused potential? Like, we know, like, she's great how she is, but also that you could totally do some amazing prequel stuff. I don't know exactly how you're going to do the level where she storms, she's like D-Day, where she storms Normandy, like pregnant and gives birth. I don't know how you're going to make that mechanically, but that, it's a very strange thing to do, actually. to storm Normandy whilst you're pregnant. Very pregnant, in fact. That might be one of the more irresponsible things done by a heroic character in this series.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost One.
The blessing of rule and protection of life and change that thinks.
The decision is fine. That...
Ancient masters.
Then we became the lost ones.
An ancient...
Then we became... And we became the lost
Masters.
Then we became the...
I feel like these options here could change. Yeah, remind me. Check DM. Storming the beach and give birth. I can't read that whole thing. I can't read that whole thing. Yeah.
Ourselves the veiled one.
You're trying to bait me into saying some truly unhinged things.
We called ourselves the veiled ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the lost. We became the lost one. The lost ones. Then we became the lost ones.
An ancient transcendent...
Lost ones.
An ancient transcendent species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
We called ourselves the veiled ones.
Ancient masters.
Then
you just admit it. The vodka watch will agree, I'm sure. That's why I put it there. How many people even watch the VOD? That's my question. Just skim through it. The only people that are gonna watch it in full are people looking to find stuff to cancel me for one day. And if I end up having any kind of career, that'll exist.
Called ourselves the veiled ones.
Because I like to think I'll be the kind of person who, you know, I have a perspective on this matter, and you're gonna know about it. But you know, I have some sense of like what's to and what's you know appropriate for a public forum and what's not. Though we're leaning up against the barrier real hard right now.
We called ourselves the veiled.
You might wear me down over time.
Ancient masters.
Okay, so that's. Making sure you're not doing anything illegal. What was her conclusion? I want to know what she thought.
Ancient master.
Okay, so. Okay.
Ancient master. Masters.
Selves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to go over the audio of this again after this just to make it more punchy.
The monster.
The precursors? Who were they?
We called ourselves the Veiled.
Says she's worried after seeing that. Glad I'll be moving out of the country in a couple months. What? Why are you telling me? You had Okay, but what is she worried about? Was it the point where I did like a Monty Python, like, "Ooh, I'm Hitler," ooh, part as a joke? I don't understand what thing it was that.
Called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
An ancient transsentient species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans.
Can't stop my crime. The mustache thing. It can't just be the mustache thing. That can't possibly be the most offensive thing. Like, I know Americans have a different sense of what is offensive, whatever. That can't be it. I don't believe you. That doesn't make any sense. Any sense whatsoever.
Forerunners in their image. Forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all.
Forerunners in their image.
Those.
What do you mean she's seen the TF? Good Monty Python. I recently showed a bunch of my Polish friends the Holy Grail, and boy, did they not laugh. They did not laugh a single time. What do you mean they didn't laugh a single time? Was it the religious stuff? I mean, to be fair, the movie goes out of its way never to directly mock Christ. It's just like poking fun at like the religion in general, like a bit Christianity in general. It's oh god damn it. Why did you show her the DM? Nothing criminal. Like did you do it as a joke? But it would be kind of funny as a joke, not gonna lie.
Gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Okay, maybe you just have maybe the connections you make with people in your personal life like happen a different way. I don't know. I've probably you know, on request I've shown people I know like weird DMs just because like they ask, "Oh, what's a thing going up?" and I tell them a funny thing and it relates to a thing and they're like, "I want to see it." And I'm like, "Okay." And they're like or they're like, but yeah. She walked into the room at an awkward moment. Sir, did she walk into your room whilst you were whilst you were did she walk into your room at that point, sir? Did you have the DM open on your big old computer screen like on Macs? You got a real problem with people finding out, man. And then you blamed me on it. God, of course.
We called ourselves the Veiled Ones.
Ancient masters.
Then we became the Lost Ones.
An ancient transcendent species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans.
Were powerful.
Ancient.
Galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than the light. Older than the light.
Forerunners.
Older than the light. Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure. Before forerunners.
Older than the light.
Get your hat out of the gunner. That part came later. You are some kind of. What was the awkward moment there? Just when you had them on the screen? When you say roommate, do you mean like actually sharing the same room? Like for real? Is that a stupid question? That you'd be sharing the same room for realsies? I couldn't imagine that, to be honest. I only had short bursts of it.
Ancient for humans.
Had a one particular school trip where we had to like bunk up as roommates for it, and like it was a school trip that like the whole class was away on this like trip for like a week, and I hated it. I hated it so much.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans, but also for forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older than your god.
Some say that long ago, they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all.
Of molecules within us.
Inside and out.
Okay. All right. Next little section. Yes, same room. That's what that's said I thought. Just when they happen to be open. She's a pal. She's chill with it. Am I causing headaches in your life? Remembered me? How does it feel to have a parasocial, to have a notable parasocial connection with the Rowan Thomas, the niche Halo video editor with 1100 with 2100 going on 2200 subscribers? How does it feel? How does it stack up to your expectations of what that might be like? I wish to know. I would so like to know.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who.
You know what?
Our measure. Our measure.
Older than this rock. Ours in this rock.
Okay, I'm going to adjust run time.
Our measure.
Older than this.
Our measure.
Older than this.
Our measure.
Older than this. This
measure.
Older than this. Older than this rock. Older than this rock. Older than this. This rock. Older than this rock.
Measure.
Older than this rock. Older than this rock.
Those on our measure.
Older than this rock.
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath.
An ancient transsentient species long since gone from the galaxy.
Precursors were powerful.
Ancient for humans, but also for Forerunners.
Older than the light.
Ancient beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older than your god.
Some say that long
Okay. Only a few small bumps in my life. I mean, you did seem more like a celeb a month ago. But still wild that you even know that I exist, to be honest. I mean, that's the thing about, like, even niche micro-internet celebrities. They're just, like... They're in fact, they're not just, like, regular people. They're probably, like, more fucking strange than regular people. I'm probably... Did you prefer me as a celebrity or as this? as what this is right now? Only 3 bumps in the road, but you exist. Well, you do exist. I don't really know how to process that. I guess I just kind of like take it at face value and carry on. It doesn't, like, knowing that people like meet me and they're like, oh my goodness, it's you. that itself doesn't actually do much for me. So my ego is probably okay in that respect. Probably. You seem pretty cool, by the way. If that wasn't. Hmm. What's more creepy and parasocial now? Parasocial. Yes, yes, it's. Are you complaining?
Beyond our measure.
Older than this rock.
Those who gave you breath and shape and form.
Older than your god.
How's the Palpatine section of your edit going? The cool editor man knows about like the intimacies of your edit now. That's a new development.
Say that long ago they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the mantle.
Okay.
Some say that long ago they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Okay, so the obvious thing to do there would be have a picture of a Forerunner and a picture of a. Okay, I can see how. So like. Okay, so we'll have that image. And then it occurs to me that the structure of the preamble, where I explicitly named the Forerunners and stuff like this, kind of fucks with the structure of the main video, where I sort of hold off on having the Forerunners be like significant. But I guess that's nothing terribly new for my little cold opens, where I tread over ground that I'm going to tread over later, in a way that's different. He's inflating your ego. Well, I don't mind inflating your ego. That's perfectly fine with me. Palpatine section is rough, but I'll make it work. It's gonna be a little odd. That's all I'll say. Well, I look forward to seeing how what it looks like when you make it work. Because the section you sent me with the Darth Vader section, that was like fucking genuine, fire, absolute fire. When I watched it, I had sort of a thought that you that with the progression of like revealing him with the walking and stuff, there could have been like a little bit more delaying of it, but I ultimately determined no, this is fine actually. This works all good. The number of fan films in it is real cool. Oh boy. Like the him cresting over the hill and like appearing to before someone from like one of those fan films. That does work as like a reveal in the context of the progression of it. That works pretty well. The only thing that would ever so slightly let it down is that obviously the production values of that particular fan film are lower than a Disney thing. And I would say that this is very parasocial. It's not like a phone call. It's fairly one-sided. I suppose it is. Well, nothing bad and creepy has happened yet. Right? 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 Nothing bad's happened yet, right? I'm not blaming you if you use the fan films. I'm just saying that's kind of an eventuality of it. It's not even. It's sort of just when I watched it over several times, I realized, no, this works. This is just this works. Like my initial expectations, which was rooted in how I'd want to make it, were kind of dissolved by the reality of it. You've got plans? What do you mean you've got plans? Tell me about these plans. One day they're gonna find my body that you murdered, right? And then for evidence, they're gonna have to go all over these streams as our parasocial connection like developed over time, and then they're going to subpoena Discord to see the DMs, and they're gonna, ugh. I need to find a picture of the Didac looking straight at the camera. Let's. It's very different now. You'll see the section of the Vader edit you showed me. Neat. I assume obviously it would have some like audio added, but the progression you showed me was like real good, man. I'm using the zoom in you told me to. Are you proud of me? Remembered me? One second, I need to step away just for a little bit. Sound should be back now. Yeah, sound is back now. Name on doors. Fine, yes. Childish name on the doors spotted. I'm proud helping an editor add helpless as Rowan Thomas. Whoa, wow. It's true to say I made all the things that I made using the most unga bunga version, the most unga bunga fucking techniques and tools that I was aware of at that moment. And I've become progressively less unga bunga as I've gone along. When I was using Sony Vegas, there was like a glitch that would occur between its interaction between it and DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Audition that I would actually use to my advantage in order to like quickly, more rapidly create like empty space afterwards, so reverb had time to do its thing. I can't do that here because DaVinci Resolve is a more stable program, despite all the crashes I'm having, than Sony Vegas. That was the most sophisticated thing, was like taking advantage of an accident, of like a problem I'd found, to do so unga bunga about it. Unga bunga. I'm taking a vacation to London and Bristol, and I don't think about going. I didn't think about going, so not too parasocial yet. That'd be so fucking weird. Do you have a Polish accent? If someone comes in and and they and they say something, they have a Polish accent, and they say something about one of the edits, and I'm like, oh my god, what? I have a stalker? Jesus. I made the Cortana video on Sony Vegas. Does that impress you or like horrify you? I made all the videos prior to that on Sony Vegas. I made the mall video on a different editing software that I forget. But I made all the Halo ones in Sony Vegas until the Emil one, actually. Because I made the ODST one on Sony Vegas as well. So I lasted for a while on it. Okay, is there a better shot? Okay. Okay. So maybe you. That's a good long hold for that shot. I just wish they were both. I wish it was facing the front. My Jesus Christ! If you called ahead and told fucking my middle manager Freddie, who is the HR guy I mentioned before, he would totally like get me on it without telling me. He would totally do that, and I would be, oh god. That's gonna be in the back of my mind as a thing that could happen one day. This is a good shot. Oh god. This is, oh god. At least I have a story to tell, if you did. I'm not relishing the idea. But it would be funny. You know, I think about making a Didac tribute / librarian tribute a fair amount. But it would be really fucking hard, not gonna lie. They have such a limited amount of visual media. But but they have a story that's so fucking rich and layered. It's like not even funny. No, that's a good one. They got a whole fucking roller coaster of stuff. I couldn't even cover anything in Epitaph. Like, what the fuck am I gonna use to represent Epitaph? I'd have to just cut a video about them short at, like, the bad ending prior to them getting the happy ending in Forerunner Afterlife. An audio drama style edit. Please explain. I'm unfamiliar with the concept. If the schedule clears up, he says. Okay, oh, that's actually a pretty good one. That might be the one, actually. Glad I looked. Went looking. Okay, the only thing that kind of doesn't work about this conceptually is that I've got to. Okay, it would have been the one if this image was wider. But as is. Why does it have more of him on one side and not on the other side? That's just rude. For my dear mother. I made it with no visuals, basically, to summarize the story. For Mum's driving their minivans or something. I do fixate on the audio a lot. That probably would be fun. You know, I've definitely seen a subgenre of edit like that, where it's set to a given song, and it's half like kind of summarizing the story and half establishing a vibe. Kind of really going with that vibe, going full in with the vibe of, I don't know, this particular character being bleak and depressing, and this particular character being this, and this particular character being that. Damn, they really holding that shot for long. Okay, so does that really dissolve? Not really. I'd have to zoom in a whole bunch in order to make it work. But you though, you would work just fine. I thought about making videos like that, like an audio thing for Cortana or whatever. But then again, my mother has seen the Cortana video and she was actually quite moved by it. Like she was like, "Holy moly, they were so mean to her." That Cortana lady. She never got what she needed at any point. And I'm like, yeah, I made her understand. Kind of wish I could have tapped that conversation in a bottle and like played it once in a while, because it was really very oh, that's the perfect speed for that to be happening. Because it was very heartening to hear that she understood.
Older than your god.
Some say that long
than your god.
Some say that long ago they shaped.
What are our options?
Older than your god.
Some say that long ago they shaped forerunners in their image. That long ago they shaped forerunners in their image.
Those who
Go, they shaped forerunners in their image.
Those
They shaped forerunners in their image.
Yeah.
Forerunners in their image.
Those
Older than your god.
Some say that long ago they shaped forerunners in their forerunners. Ago they shaped forerunners in their image.
I can't put it any further down without zooming in. Funny thing, more than half of my Vader edit here I'm working on is Anakin. And all the other edits I've seen have more focus on Vader, which is odd. There's so much backstory, and I didn't even like that part. Like the backstory part of Anakin. And I guess that's what I signed up for. I suppose so. I mean, they made a 7-season show where he was the second most important character. And he's got all these comics and audiobooks and stuff. Not to mention the micro series. Here's a specific question. Are you like drawing parallels between the vision in the micro series of his future plus the Mortis stuff, like where he like actually sees his future? You gonna do that? It could be cool. Oh, did you end up using that stuff from the video game footage, where specifically the Clone Wars 2002, was it 3 video game where you've got Anakin, you know, doing some cutscene stuff, and there's even some foreshadowing for Revenge of the Sith in it. Did you end up using that? Pretty based if you did. I think that was the first instance of a bunch of the Clone Wars era voice actors putting their voices to a Star Wars project. And later they would use it in the Clone Wars micro series. And then later after that, it would be in TCW.
Forerunners.
Maybe the thing I could do here is just to, not if I zoom in a bit, just move you down.
Oh, they shaped Forerunners in their image.
No, that's a bad idea.
That long ago, they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those who
shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those who
You're gone.
Some say that long ago, they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Older than your god.
Some say that long ago, they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept.
Creator of all life. I don't like the zoom. I think I can't zoom in this one because the image is dimensions I'm limited by. Might just be better to
Forerunners in their image.
Those
like
say that long ago
quite as good,
they shaped Forerunners in their image.
Those
the cinematography here is just better.
Can see their rules.
Frankly, what's her name just looks weird here. And Librarian, obviously, but I'm forgetting her given name. Shadow of Sundered Song or something. Light weaves.
Those who created us.
Creators of
or whatever.
all life in our galaxy.
Okay.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the mantle.
It knows us.
I can see their rules written in our genetic codes.
They made forerunners. They made humans.
We are creatures of precursor law, down to the very chains of molecules within us.
Inside and out.
They made thousands of other species and erased them when they felt the need.
We announced to your kind long ago that you were not the chosen ones to receive the mantle.
Alright. Need to break this down into what I know is there and what isn't.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the mantle.
It knows us.
I can see their rules.
The writing reasons, does it, the mortar stuff I could definitely understand, because it's you know, it's just a big old like abusive fake out in terms of the audience, because they're just having their cake and eat it, where he knows and then he doesn't know, and then when he finds out, he ironically does the bad thing that he was trying to avoid, that he would want to avoid, and which I suppose is a microcosm of what Revenge of the Sith does, but it's also like, it's weird.
Written in our genetic codes.
They made forerunners.
Genetic codes. I know where to get that from. And it crashed. Why is it doing that? Hasn't had this problem before. I mean, at least it auto-saves, so I don't, like, lose everything. Or much at all. But it's weird that it does. I suppose I'm gonna stop soonish, anyway. Not looking forward to going into work tomorrow. I'm pretty freaking tired, man. He forgets the specific vision that the sun sends him, but he remembers his general experience on Mortis. That was my understanding. True, my workplace is rarely boring, by virtue of it being a horror-themed escape room. It's a pretty interesting place to be, even when it's unpleasant.
In the meantime,
What am I looking for?
To your
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulate.
I remember now, okay.
the Didact fight. Forerunners made plans.
Here we go.
Parasite which pursued you. The Forerunners made plans for a final great save all life in the galaxy. At a cost. In the Forerunners'
Yes, he forgets the son's vision, but the fact that he brings Ahsoka back from the dead, and later he's worried about Padme dying. Yeah. Fuck, that's bullshit, isn't it? Would he... I mean, I guess there's a way you can rationalize it post hoc into it making sense with Revenge of the Sith. Like, maybe if you inserted a new scene to Revenge of the Sith of Anakin and Palpatine talking, and Palpatine saying, like, yes, you told me about the time you brought your friend back to life. I'm going to teach you to do that on command. You could make it work a bit. But, you know, because he says, like, only my new powers can like, save you, Padme. So, maybe he thought, maybe you could make it work that way.
made plans for a final great journey. But the Didact refused to yield our mantle of responsibility. Till it was not so.
So at very least, got this thing over here.
They made forerunners. They made humans.
We are creatures of precursor law, down to the very chains of molecules within us.
Inside and out.
They life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the mantle.
It knows us.
I can see their rules written in our genetic code. Their rules written in our genetic codes.
They made forerunners.
Rules written in our rules written in our rules written in our genetic codes.
They made
rules written in our genetic codes.
They made
written in our genetic codes.
They made
in our genetic codes.
They made
genetic written in our genetic codes.
They made
Move on to James, or you're gonna come to my workplace and you're gonna jump scare me by saying, how are the DMs, Rowan? What? Remembered me? Well, you know that I'll have my phone in my pocket and I'll take it out. I'll take a picture of you and I'll be like, it was him. It was this man. It was this man who came to harass me. I'm just a poor internet YouTube creator, and he thinks he can do whatever he wants because he gives me a certain amount of money a month and some super chats now and again. But that's not true. I won't just do anything for the money. That's just one day it'll happen. I got other ones I want to do before that. Not gonna lie, I just I want to do a Halsey one. I want to find good recordings of the Kilo 5 trilogy, and I want to do a Halsey one. And I want to do for sooner than that I want to do a one based on the weapon. Probably one done based on Sergeant Johnson, because we're gonna get new Sergeant Johnson content. Fucking imagine that. You know, from the new one, from the new remake. What the fuck is up with that? You know, new Sergeant Johnson content. I'm not complaining. I love that. It's just I didn't expect it to ever happen. They cut him out of the fucking show, man.
And see their rules written in our genetic codes.
They made forerunners.
In our genetic codes.
They made forerunners.
Alright.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the mantle.
It knows us.
Creator of all life in our galaxy. Okay, so I'm thinking.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
I'm thinking. The thing I need for that. Just gotta find the thing about the Ungoi Rebellion. Boo. Jameson. To use. Wow, yes. I'm gonna be real, man. This edit is gonna take a while because it's just way more it's like infinitely more complicated than maybe not infinite. It's definitely like infinitely more complicated than, say, the Ghost edit conceptually. And it's the most recent comparable one I've done. It would be like the Sam one, but the Sam one is still way easier conceptually. This is basically like a mini Cortana edit. I'm not gonna lie, in terms of the amount of like moving parts in it. It probably has more moving parts than the average Cortana edit section, with the exception of like the beginning parts of the Cortana edit. It's like the John video in that way, I suppose. Ugh! Found a couple bucks between the couch cushions. That doesn't mean I gotta dance for you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's very nice of you. Please don't stalk me. Unless it's funny. If you do so, make it funny. Well, I don't want you to, but if you're gonna do it, I need you to make it funny. Give me compensation. Give me a story I can tell people that isn't just horrifying. Okay, and there's a good shot of a grunt. Look at that grunt. He's so sad. He's so sad. And the other one should be, does that work? What's the time frame for the Jameson edit, my guy? When do you want it? These... God damn it. I wonder if later sections of this edit will be conceptually simpler for me, considering I'm covering so much at the start. gotta say I think out of the various terminal offerings, I think the H2A ones are the most like banger. They got the most bang. Like you got a full 30 minutes of them. There's also like the most bang for your buck. Actually, there might be a better option for this, but I'm gonna retrieve this shot anyway. Because if I go to the Halo Legends clips... What? Okay, there we go. I'd set you up with my... with of your boss to be starting. I think the best way, that way, could be funny if I didn't mention who I was until the end. And I'm like, what? Yeah, if you got a Polish accent, I'd be on the lookout for Polish people. Not gonna lie. Although, probably never happen. I plan to only go to England the one time, so unless I really like it, I ain't coming back. There's a lot more in the world I want to see. Damn, I really are a top suspect if I'm murdered. I suppose you are. You are choosing this path. You are choosing this path indeed. Yeah, this compilation. This whole compilation here. Mm. Are you remembered me? Are you remembered me? Is it you? Remembered? I take a picture of. I'd break character and take a picture of him to be like, is this you? Is this you? Remembered me? It would be. It would be quite funny. I reckon it's I reckon it's let's see. Hmm. Do I still do comedy guiding shows? That's how I know. I need to eat sometimes. I was let go from the comedy dining thing. They said it because my portrayal of the character was not quite in keeping with what they wanted, and based on Faulty Towers. Faulty Towers, it doesn't surprise me that you know me playing Manuel in the Faulty Towers comedy dining show. They quite like my portrayal, and that's their given reason for why they let me go. Um, I, I feel like it was probably something else though, because it felt like a pretty generic reason. Because I generally got a favorable response from the audience, and it might have been some other reason or whatever, but I don't know it. I do not work for British Comedy Dining anymore, though I am signed up with a couple other things who occasionally send me work.
That long ago, they shaped forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life. Creators of all wizard age. Creators of all life in our galaxy. Creators of all life in our galaxy. All life in our galaxy. Creators of all life in our galaxy. Creators of all life in our galaxy. Wizard age. Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulate.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
In their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
What if just...
Forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all...
Some say that long ago, they shaped forerunners in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated the very concept of the...
Check the, You're not beating the stalking allegations. I do have a passport. I don't travel a lot. I do play the guitar. I haven't played in a while. Yep. It is a bit stalkerish. That is currently the strange little dynamic we are feeding into. That is currently
in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Those who created us.
Until I have a thing to put it
Runners
down.
in their image.
Those who created us.
Creators of all life in our galaxy.
Who formulated.
Creators of all life in our galaxy. All life in our galaxy.
Formulated the very concept of the mantle.
It knows us.
I can see their rules written in our genetic codes. In our genetic codes.
They made for.
You know this.
In our genetic codes.
They made.
In our genetic codes.
They made for.
Their rules written in our genetic codes.
They made for.
See their rules written in our genetic codes.
They made for us. They made humans.
We are creatures. To the very chains of molecules within us.
Inside.
Got to go. See you sometime. Feel fair enough. Take it as flattering. The police won't get mad that way. I'm about to end anyway. There's just one thing I'm gonna fetch. If I don't have it here already.
Parasite will pursue you. The Forerunners may plan.
See ya.
My inspection of the core.
And it crashed. I'm gonna open it one more time. I'm gonna move it over to left. And that'll be it. I'm just gonna move them over to left. Just gonna move them over to left. was a pretty interesting stream overall. Ooh, had a few interesting experiences there. Thank you for coming. There may be some streams next time. Next week. Maybe not. Busy time. Need to take a little bit of time out to do some other things. Yeah. I might have just taken this would be really interesting foreshadowing if I get stalked and murdered by my stalker, and it's remembered me. Oh boy, such interesting foreshadowing. This like dialogue of me talking about it is gonna they're gonna play it at the beginning of the video, talking about this Halo fan was stalked by one of his fans and fucking murdered. Let's play this. Yeah. And then they're gonna play a bunch of sad stuff about all what my dreams were and things.